Good morning, welcome back. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you had a nice, safe trading day. It was pretty sweet. Nice here. Pretty dope. Just making sure audio is great. We'll just go with it. So let's take a peeky poo at what went on here. We'll go into a daily. And holy, lo and behold, we barely did diddly squat. Now I was aiming for this sucker here, and that was if a low here this morning. So it didn't do the opposite. It went up first and then came back down, right back into the range below. Well, no, we're not closed yet, but I'm assuming we're gonna close below. So a big, huge Darth Maul freaking candle. I traded this day actually. I woke up early, just seeing what I wanted it to do. I was gonna do live, but I just decided to go back to bed for a bit. And yeah, I woke up again, and so all those recordings are on mine. I shorted the top rope, some support here, and when we did this Judas down here, we didn't get into this. This is where I wanted to take a long from. Get down into there, it was set. It looked like it was setting it up, and if you look at where take profit was, it was this low here. As it was, you know, it looked like it was. It looked like this could have been the Judas, and we could have actually ripped up for that, and it just didn't want to give it. So this is a consequent encroaching daily fair value gap. So I'll show you. Come up into this candle's. I was really starting to get interested because it came up here first, and so when it started to find sensitivity, it was, you know, pretty much a happy camper. And then so in the lower time frames, you see there's a lot of up and down in here. And so look, for a Friday, see this profile here where it comes down, and I'm like, hey, it didn't touch my price point though. So, you know, is that the bottom of the day? Ride. But when I see this structure here, okay, so I gave it its opportunity to want to do that. So opening bell, it comes up and sweeps buy side, and that was, and it comes back up, right up in here. That's where I'm getting short in this, and you know, it was in my favor for a minute. It was like really choppy, and finally it gave me something. And I just ended up closing it, and then it kept running. So I was just like, okay, that's hilarious, because this here, it looked like it was, I'm joking you, it looked like it was gonna bounce off this candle and rip sky high. So I took another trade on this guy. At the time I would want to see it do that, and then it ran to sell side liquidity. It didn't want to continue on down the journey or touch before we close today. Can still happen. We've got a Trump thing coming up, and you're gonna see this one. It's gonna be funny. That's so that and it is. It's just a guess. It's still NFP. you know, even though I wanted to see didn't quite materialize, it did it exactly opposite. It is what I wanted to see. Hilarious enough. Let's see what we got out of this information. It's the end of the week. And although we're not closed yet, we'll just take a peek at what this weekly. So we had a vacuum block to the upside. We went and swept sell side liquidity, came back up, and maybe that would be the worst thing. But we're still above this annoying freaking candle. You guys, like, you have no idea dangling in this guy here. An annoying amount of time. Okay. The price point I wanted to see us at today. By today, NFP Friday. And we're not there. We are not there. What does that mean? Well, the commitment of traders is still in a sell program. So that means that we're likely going to make another high. And this drop down here will be saved for maybe later. We don't, I don't know. I don't even know. All I know is wintertime's coming and we're going to get violence. So you're rising just to drop. So once equal highs are swept, that's or a single high down. So if you go into my recording, the last one on my Twitter, you open above equal highs, and then price action traded lower, repriced lower, and equal lows. That's the type of thing that I want to see here in the weekly chart. Hilarious enough, the weekly chart ended up looking like the daily chart back here. We had a double bottom here and a double, and we still basically haven't. We're literally at the same price point back in the public view here. That is hilarious. Oh man, it's just eating people and generating liquidity. That same setup is materializing here. It's fractaling off, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. So basically, as long as we stay above this price point, bullish. We can come back down and retest it. That's fine. And just to give it a little more to a, say, 2-hour chart. And let's go find midnight. And then we want to find midnight open and just see where that sits in relation to it. So it's there. 4442. There we go. Okay, so that there and that there. This is a, don't tell anyone about it. It's just our little secret. And if we're above it, I'm bullish. Below, I'm basically until we hit liquidity or a monthly. Notice this big drop down here just in structure here in the 2-hour chart. Beautiful bearish order block here. I'm kind of surprised this thing didn't bust down a little bit more. But not. Happens to be a gap already. that it is a new week opening. Pretty cool. We've got an immediate price balance here. That was the low of, so no fair value gap. That's good news. So when I was looking at this high, 3 candles up here, we got that one, and the sensitivity that we found. So we've come and grabbed all these buy orders. That's what I mean about a sell program. If we're rising just to drop above highs, if you're short. So my bearish bias, I still want it. Everything up. So this next week is going to be hilarious. We got rate cuts, and everybody's, and I don't know. You know how the market reacts to guarantees and certainties. Pretty much railroads it, and then so you know, I do see what's going on. I see what other people are seeing. I get it, but in a higher time frame, because you got to think about where we came from. We came from way down, then up, then down. Made this bull flag, railroaded it, boom, and that was Trump coming in. Best buy. Old lows, no way. Yep, and then higher high, and now this is what I want to see. I don't want it wants to, but we can hold support in this level here somewhere. Just come down for a sneaky, and then continue on our journey. So this was my primary expectation, just based on higher time frame trend and where we can't leave this range. So it's telling me that it's setting up for something much more great. Not an asset that sits around very much. The last couple of years have been quite surprising as far as these wild walk-ups and these wicked accumulation ranges go. So let's see how we open. Just wanted to touch base with you guys, give you guys an update, tell you to keep minding your risk, have your dollar value, and you get a hold of that right there, how much you're risking per day. If you have a model, it's pretty much impossible for you to fail. Pretty much impossible. So know that everything's perfect. God bless you all. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you.